Hey guys, good morning. We'll go over, do some housekeeping in a little bit. Right now I'm watching MXC. Might do another possible entry here. Big support underneath. Possible entry here at 48. Maybe 51. Not getting a full share size. We got 5 minutes set up here before a bull flag. Yeah, SNDE is a pure sympathy play that has no catalyst. Today, a bunch of oil and gas stocks are just absolutely flying. 4 tickers on my watch list are all oil and gas, and only one is a software application company. I might have not got this full fill here at 51. The buyers were pretty quick on it. Volume was fading here several times. Small size. What is 67? That sounds like $600 position right here. It's really small. I'm going to close this one out. I'm going to close my order in general and see if I can get one more entry here if it dips one more time. Quick entry here, only 25 shares again. Well, not again, but partial fill again. Move the rest of my size up to 38 here, looking for that reversal. Sell volume is fading. Still using small position size overall. Possible bounce here. Sell volume is fairly light, but it's still selling off. Down about 12% from the highs. Using half position sizes right now since it's pre-market. Remember, MXC, guys, is 1 million, 200% gap, really good. Looking for this to break back above 11. Clearly, $12 is really big resistance. We're having some issues around $12. Bigger volume coming in now. Big volume here on the buy. Bounced off the 9-minute EMA on the 5-minute and VWAP. Possible break here above 11. Close this position. Was looking for that bigger break to the upside, but I'm not sure if we're going to get it. Looking for that crack of 11. Maybe we're going to get it here, 1088, 1085. I kind of gave it 2 attempts. I didn't really want to hold for a 3rd attempt. Although could see the crack any moment. Yeah, okay. This is why I don't like giving stocks around market open multiple attempts. Either it breaks out or it doesn't. Breakout or bailout. Let me make sure volume and everything is right. Whew, I'm looking tired. I'm not tired, but I look like a mess. Okay. Speakers, everything is looking good. Yeah, guys, so good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live stream where we first review the watch list or close out or enter some trades. And then we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone's feeling good. It's Wednesday. It's the 22nd of June. I mean, July, obviously July. Wednesday, guys, sometimes can be a really, really hot day. It's 9:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we have another 13 minutes before the market opens at 9:30. We'll wrap up trading usually around 11. Yesterday, we went till 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it's always a little bit different, really depending on the market. If the market's calm and nothing's happening, then I'm going to be wrapping up at 11. A little reminder for everyone that is new, this is for education and entertainment purposes only. My trades are quick and are not meant to be followed. Always know yourself why you are entering and exit a stock. Know what your targets are, know what your stops are, and never go all in on a trade. This community is a place for learning, helping each other. Please do not spam or you will be put in timeout and repeated offenders will be kicked. Check out the video description below for some FAQs and let's dive into it because we got a lot to review, guys. This market has been hot, and honestly dip buying MXC right here is really tempting, but I'm not going to do it. I was a little busy this morning. I did a little bit of pre-market trading. We are already 7 trades deep. We're up $245 on the day right now, so not a bad way to start the day. We have a bit of a cushion, but I don't really want to get overly aggressive with the market open. I want to be careful. I want to be level-headed. Yeah, Ryan, June, July, it's all Corona. I totally feel you. Spirit right now, I'm in Berlin, Germany. Yeah, I do have a script because it's too much stuff to remember to talk about sometimes in the morning, especially when I'm doing all these other things. So I like to make it clean, simple, concise for everyone. My brother was listening to a stream in the car once and he was like, it'd be really good if you kind of go through the points because I don't know what day it is, yada, yada. So that's why we do a little bit of housekeeping first. BKYI, you guys remember this trade. I closed it out from the day before. Nothing really too special there. BKYI, I bought on a dip after it fell off a cliff from offering news. I bought below the offering price. So I felt fairly confident that this one was a decent entry. BKYI, why does this look a little bit shaky here? Yeah, because this is pre-market. I quickly got out of this one at 94. I was looking for a bigger move. Let me actually go to the 1 hour, so it's a little, or 1 hour here, so it's a little bit cleaner. BKYI, yeah, so we basically just fell off a cliff. I bought some bigger support here at 61 or something like that. Actually, wait, buy, no, I'm gonna remove this buy order. I bought at 62 and then I sold into a little bit of a bounce. Nothing really too special on this one, kind of actually a risky trade. So let's go back here. MVIS, another ticker that I traded today, MVIS. This one's similar situation. This one was falling off a cliff as well. I didn't see any offering news, but I bought this as it was approaching some really, really big support. This was a former runner. That's how I identified this one. MVIS right here, you can see I bought way too soon. As we were approaching support, I bought on the 93. We broke past that and we went all the way here to 81. So I was down quite a bit on this one, but I did, I was down 6%. My max stop is usually around 8. I didn't really feel too risky on this one because I used really small position size. So at no point was I really down that much, I felt like. And then I actually ended up buying some more shares in this area, and then I sold as we approached VWAP again. Pretty simple trade on MVIS. Again, this was a former runner, that's why I was watching it. OBLG, another ticker I was trading today. What did I just click on? Charts, active trader. Here we go. OBLG, and this is going to be the one on my second screen. OBLG. So OBLG, I was again, trying to buy some support here at 4.7 roughly. I've entered at 4.75. I was looking for a bigger reversal. We didn't really get it, and I closed this position very fast. Walked away with a nice, decent little profit here. Luckily, because this one was really, really shaky. OBLG is actually one of our lead gappers. So let me talk about this one a little bit more. 4 million float, US software app company, quarterly one results from 2020, fiscal results that are looking pretty good. It seems like across the board, all of our catalysts are quarter one results, except SNDE, which has no catalyst. And I think it's a pure sympathy play on oil and gas. So OBLG bought this bounce. It didn't really crack that much higher. I noticed there was a lot of sellers, so I sold here for a small profit. Similar situation here. I bought the dip hoping that we would break the 9-minute EMA. I did it with small position size, so I actually held through all of this and bought one more time down here. This was right near my stop, and I was like, well, if I'm not going to stop out at this point, I'm going to buy a little bit more. And then I was able to actually get out of this one with like a $15 profit, just because I bought right above my stop. Now, if it went below 4.3, I would have got stopped out full size. That would have kind of sucked. I probably would have been down like 20 bucks or so on this one because it would have erased the profits from the first trade and then been red. So that would have been a pretty decent loss. Luckily, that didn't happen. And I actually got a pretty decent exit here as well. So this was pretty lucky. I waited 1, 2, 3 attempts for it to break higher. The third attempt did not work. It was looking weak, and then I closed this position. So you guys got to listen to your stops, and you have to, understand if your thesis is broken. Like, I don't really want to wait more than 3 attempts for a ticker to break above resistance. So I'm usually going to close my trade on the second or third attempt. And that's why I got out of this one. And then, yeah, it's been going down ever since. There is probably some decent buying opportunities here, but around 8 o'clock in the morning to like 8:30, I was doing other stuff. Like 8:45, I was not online anymore. So, I'm not always staring at the charts. So there's, tons of missed opportunities every single day. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to keep trading OBLG. To be honest, I don't know. It's selling off a lot. I would like to find some sort of support on this one. You can see the 5-minute chart's kind of an interesting slope we've had. This thing's also pulling off quite a bit, about 30% from the pre-market highs. So that's always a red flag. So I'm going to put OBLG. I'm going to put 30% marker on my watch list. So I know this thing's selling off quite a bit. I want to be a little bit careful. So let's go back here and identify some support zones. Clearly 3.5 looks to be where we had some support. 3.75, maybe even bigger. Then again at 3. Let's go to the daily chart or the hourly chart first. See if we can identify some support. Definitely at 3.5, you can see this zone was really touched hard. So I would probably consider trading OBLG on a red to green move or some sort of dip to 3.5. So I'm going to write that down as well. If we dip down to 3.5 from where we are, it'd be like a 10% dip, which is totally in the range of red to green moves. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll keep this one obviously on my second chart, but again, like I said, I'm a little bit cautious with this one. I'm gonna have an alert that goes off if we dip below 3.75. Sweet. Let's go back to, let's go to SNDE very quickly here with the 7 million float US oil and gas company that looks to be like a pure sympathy play. I tried to trade this one several times actually. I kept on being a little bit too conservative. I missed several good dip buys on this one. Especially right here. This is like a picture perfect dip buy. So kicking myself a little bit about that. I'll put an alert here if we break over 4, and then I'll put an alert if we break below 3.5. but this is going to be a busy open because I'm not even really sure what I really want to be focusing on. I think one really important thing to think about is the fact that our SNDE is at huge resistance here at $4. But if we break above 4, I think this thing could probably run really quickly to 475 and then maybe even past that into the 6s. So those are kind of keys areas I'm going to be looking at. Whoops, I had the wrong marker. So yeah, I mean, this one does look really strong. We'll see how this one opens up. 4.2 breaking that high. I don't really like buying stocks when they're this overextended with no news. I feel like there's better tickers than this one. SPI opening up here. Morning, Corin, Satoshi. Wow, a lot of stuff opening out of the gates. SPI really popping up hard. We've got another minute and a half till the market opens. I'm not really sure why this one's, let's see. They're back in compliance. I don't really see that as a big reason to be spiking here. Maybe it's a short squeeze on SPI. I'm not really sure. Okay, let's go back to MXC because this one's for 100% sure our lead gapper on the day. 1 million float, like I said before, U.S. oil and gas company, fiscal 2020 results, 200% gapping up pre-market. Right now it's about 160% gapping up pre-market. It is actually selling off quite a bit. We had a bit of a double top here, so that's always a huge red flag for me. I mean, the fact that we hit a high of $13 is really high. So we do have a bit of support here near 11. It's a bit scary because, you know, between $11 and $12, this is really the area we need to break through. And right now it has been a little bit choppy and I wouldn't be surprised if it pulls back a little bit. So maybe an entry near $9 or $8. Could be good. Oh. Morning, guys. Yeah, I know that float is nice on MXC. Goal is to be very cautious here. Out of the gates, I think, especially with something like SNDE, this thing might really pull off quite a bit. OGEN has Corona news. Yeah, pulling higher as well. OGEN looks pretty good. OGEN doesn't have that much volume yet on the day. So not too much volume compared to the last few days, although we're just at pre-market, so that could change very quickly. All right, guys, another 60 seconds here till the market opens. Be ready for what you want to trade. Maybe have some limit orders ready to go. SND right here. And then I'll keep an eye on MXC. Another 25 seconds here. It's going to be interesting to see what happens out of the gates. MXC, I'd probably consider buying at $9 for sure. MXC trying to break above VWAP here. OGEN is above 1.8. MXC is the lead gapper, followed by SNDE based on float. MXC trying to pop higher here. Breaking above VWAP. SNDE is breaking higher as well. OBLG is not really moving at all right now. MXC breaking out. OBLG, big pullback here. Really, really strong pullback on it. MXC might get halted here. 17% move, really, really sweet. MXC was halted. I missed that entry on it. Was a little bit too cautious. I had a feeling I was. SNDE pulling back. OBLG, possible move higher here. OBLG really, really struggling this morning. Looks like SNDE and OBLG could both crack. So I'm being extra cautious on both of them. No OBLG, possible break of the 9-minute EMA here. Looks like it's gonna possibly get rejected. Being cautious on a flush on SNDE. Yep, Shrikant, no news on it. MXC, I can't believe I missed this one. I had a feeling it was going to pull back here, and I don't know why I didn't put my limit order there. You know, I hesitated for like 1 second too long, and then I missed that one. So, oh well, kind of, that's just how it goes sometimes. OGEN being quite the rocket so far. SNDE tried to break above here again. Steven, funny comment. Just read that. MXC is going to open up here at 37, so let's keep an eye out for it. I'm watching OBLG. A lot of tickers to watch today. I think that was probably the hardest part today. I probably should have threw a limit order on OBLG as I called the 3.5% bounce almost perfectly. So we would have been up 17% on that one. Oh well, it is what it is. I had one more opportunity to buy it at 3.6 and I didn't do it, so. OBLG is trying to crack higher. SND broke that level. I'd be careful with this one. I think this one's really going to try to chop people around a lot because it doesn't have news and it's well below under the 180-day moving average. Probably has so many back holders. I don't really expect too much out of it, but I could be wrong. MXC with the tiny float. This one has that spike ability. It's up 200% on the day already. I'm not sure why it hasn't opened up yet. It might be 10-minute hold. It was halted on circuit breaker, but it doesn't really say how long. Usually there are 5 minutes halt, but this one seems to be going on longer unless it's just delayed. Here we go. No? I thought something just flashed. Maybe it's just my brain freaking out. I would like to get a small size on MXC. Reduce the risk, but just see if we can ride it a little bit. I don't know what kind of pullback we're going to see on it, but I doubt we're going to really go down that much. I'm going to put alert here on OGEN, see if it breaks back above 2. MXC, I don't really want to miss this open, so I'm going to be kind of focused here on seeing if we could snag a potential move on this one. Might open up on 42, so that's kind of my guess. OBLG could be setting up a kind of double bottom around 3.6. I'm just going to put a limit order on this one so I don't forget. Profit on this account, I think since we started this one, is about 2K. I'll review that all in the monthly recap video, which will be coming out in probably a week and a half. This count is about a little over a month old now. OBLG, watching this one. Would be buying it into the 60s for sure. Yeah, 3.6 would be an interesting spot for OBLG for sure. We got a potential double bottom also at 3.6. MXC might be opening up really soon here. Yeah, good call on TAD. I've been watching it out of the corner of my eyes as well. Just doesn't have a lot of volume in on the day. MXC opening up, instantly breaking higher. This could continue to move higher here. Possible entry at 11. Nope. Phew! Absolutely just keeps on ripping. Ay. Was thinking, okay, 11, I could maybe buy a dip here. Didn't even go. I'm just going to keep watching it. This thing might get halted again. Remember, this thing has a tiny, tiny float. Next big zone to look for is $14. I'm not exactly crazy about buying into a stock that's getting halted potentially so much. So maybe we can buy a dip here on this one. 11. Buyers on 11. Sellers on 11, if anything. Wow, MXC halted again. Second lead gapper is OGEN, followed by SNDE. OBLG is something I'm looking at. TAT, volumes picking up as well on this one. Had a really sweet red to green move. Sub dollar though, not usually what I'm looking for, but a lot of former spikers. This one's up. Let's see here. Doesn't seem like it has news today. OBLG sold off a lot pre-market, so that's kind of making me a little bit more cautious on this one. $9.44. No trades yet for me since the market opened. We had some nice pre-market action. And I missed two really good entries, one with MXC and the other one with OBLG. So yeah, I got to get a little quicker sometimes those morning entries, but there, it is what it is. I don't really regret it. Yeah, Corey, I totally feel you. Oh, Michael, geez. Put order at the open. That's quite the roller coaster. You got to watch out with shorting or putting puts on something with a low float of 1 million on the first big green day. OBLG might be breaking higher here. I was hoping it would keep pulling back a little bit, but it did not continue pulling back. So I might be missing my move here if I don't jump on this, but I'm not sure if I'm really ready for that just yet. So let's see here. I'm pulling OBLG, pulling up higher. I might try to get a pullback on this breakout. Oh. Possible entry on 92. Let's see if we can let the price come to us for a second here. Entry. Watching OBLG here. Possible entry on another 100 shares. Big support on 91. Strong breakout here. I'm going to see if I can get this fill a little bit higher even. I'm going to go quickly back to MXC. I don't want to miss this open here, which should happen any moment. I'm up on OBLG. I'm looking for a break of VWAP on OBLG. Using small size on OBLG. Nah, it doesn't look very strong in this area. MXC opened up here really strong. My order did not get executed. Looking for an entry here on this dip. Small position size as well. Can we break back above the 11? That's the big question. Having some issues. Watching OBLG as well. OBLG might go green any second here. Looking for that move. Having some issues with my mouse right now. I can't move my order where I want it to go. All right, we are out on this one. Small trade, very small trade. Got to focus here quickly on OBLG. Also a very small position size. Volume is fading a little bit. I'm not super convinced on this one. Can we get a breakout of VWAP? That's what I'm waiting for. Has the potential. OBLG with a 4 million float and a catalyst. I'm going to sell here. Might have sold too soon. I don't know. It was tough to really say. Went up to 408, but it was a pretty sweet trade. It was kind of what I wanted. I was looking for that break of VWAP. It could still happen. Let me go here back to MXC. Whew, it was a crazy morning, guys. Crazy, crazy morning. Jose, this is the main thing I do besides YouTube, which doesn't make nearly as much money as my trading, but it's good fun. I honestly, I find a lot of value in the YouTube community, and I would do it pretty much. I would just keep on doing it. I really like it. OBLG did pull back. MXC might even break higher here. It's hard to watch too many tickers at once. Got to really work on that. My trades are not popping up yet. They should be popping up at some point though. Very cool, Jose. I would check out IBIO, but my eyes are like full iguana mode right now on OBLG and MXC. I don't have a lot of screen real estate left. Plus, I like to show you guys what trade I'm currently in. So if I'm in a trade, that takes basically up all my real estate. MXC, guys, this is actually would have been a really, really nice dip buy here at 933. I was currently watching OBLG, so I missed it, but really nice double bottom it had. Really wicked sell-off though overall on MXC, so you really want to be careful here unless it really starts forming a bit more of a bottom of some sort. Let's quickly go over what's going on. Right now the markets are all up, NASDAQ leading at 0.4%. It's 9:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it's getting close to that 10 o'clock where we sometimes see bigger reversals. Stocks that holding their highs start, making some moves higher. So let's maybe look for those kind of stocks that might start moving higher here. And OBLG, I really think could be one of those. So I'm gonna keep watching this one. And MXC, it's just hard not to watch. Could pull back below 9. SNDE, guys, this one's just totally ripping. Found some huge support and then ran to the upside. I don't feel comfortable trading this one because it's lacking a catalyst, but looks like a lot of people are trading it. It looks like nobody even cares that this thing doesn't have news. I would just be a little bit worried on not having really good resolution on SNDE. So that's my take on it. I'm surprised it's our lead gapper right now based on dollar volume. Whew, what a morning. OBLG, the volume is fading a bit on this one. I'm going to put an alert on MXC, see if we break lower. Break below 9. I think MXC has good potential to make another move to the upside. But I think it scared a lot of people. I feel you, Steven. My last trades used such small position size as well that it didn't really make a difference, even though they're like a 5% gainer. But sometimes I'd rather just get a move, even if it's with small size, just so I don't like totally get FOMO'd out and enter at a worse spot later on. Here we go. MXC found a bit of a bottom here. Had a triple bottom and part of a larger double bottom. So this could break above the 9-minute EMA here. I would not be surprised. Okay, back in the game. All right, I'm going to be right back. I need a quick look at something else quickly. OBLG could be an interesting pick. Had a dip down to 58. My alert didn't go off for MXC. Wow, the way MXC moves is just so aggressive. Got an entry here on OBLG, looking for a break of the 9-minute EMA. Ideally back to the 4. S&D being a butthead. Nasdaq's moving a bit higher. Price back on entry. So far, it's definitely a little lighter than I would be hoping for. All the sell volume though has been giving off of this, getting lighter, so that's a good sign. Really don't want to risk. Okay, here we go, starting to move up just a little bit, but not getting a lot of volume yet. Big sellers there at the 75. I didn't really want to risk it, so I closed this position at 74. Okay, boom, there it is, 78 breaking out. Okay, not too bad. Could have held a little bit longer for sure. About a $1,500 position size. Not like about half of what I would really like to get up to. I want to start doing those $3,000 positions. Nice, 79, building up a little bit. Boom, there was the big break I was looking for. It was just a bit slower than I wanted. I was getting skunked all yesterday on these setups, so I was a little bit nervous, I guess you can say. This is clearly breaking higher, though. This is looking pretty good. Might even see that touch of 4 like we were talking about. Good morning, good morning. There's a lot of activity going in there. Nice move on OBLG. So it looks like the breakout was just a little bit delayed. That's the move I was waiting for. I would love to be taking profits at 83 instead, but you just don't know. Here we go. This could even break above 90, 390. That would be sweet. I like to see those moves still make it because it gives me more confidence that, okay, it looks like, this pattern, it is working. It's just sometimes you got to really cut your losses on them very quickly. So it's a little bit not the easiest setup. Nice move, 3.9. Oh, look at that. We even hit VWAP. Oh my God. That was literally the whole move that I called out. But I took profits way too early. This is what you gotta love, these low float stocks. 4 million float, that's beautiful. Very, very nice. Hopefully someone else got that. Thanks, Felix. We had big support at 3.6, and like I was saying, the selling volume was getting lower and lower on the 1 minute chart. So that's basically the move I was looking for. I did sell way, way, way too early. It only took about 10 cents of profit on that one. So yeah, there we go. Nice, Felix. Having a quick pullback here. Is this a potential setup for a continuation move? Big volume came back on this one. Could be, could be. Watching it here around 84. Big volume on today so far. Entry on 85. Selling volume is fairly light, but I don't like if, you know, it hangs on this area too long. So let's keep watching it closely here. I'm looking for that break above 4 and then ideally break above VWAP for real. Looks like it's going to pull back again here. Come on, we want to see that volume. We want to see that break of 4. It's 10:07 right now. Strength coming in here into the 18. Can we get a secondary breakout? I'm going to close this position. Holding 100 shares. Sold the last 100 shares when it was getting a little bit light, and we dumped right away. So that last entry or that last fill was, what was that? So we sold the first 300 at 14 and the second 100 at 23. Nice, Felix. Just jumping back and forth. Appreciate it, Joe. It looks like it's going to have that clean break of VWAP potentially, so it's looking good overall. Oh, I wish I used bigger size, but you know, if I used bigger size, who knows? I probably would have fumbled a little bit. I probably would have been even less ease. I don't know, $1,500. It is what it is. Nothing crazy. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, that's what it's all about. And I'm trying to get better at that because I oftentimes do hesitate. Like this morning, I hesitated on OBLG at 3.5. I hesitated on MXC at, what was that? Like 10 something. Both of the trades I missed because I hesitated for a split second too long. And you just can't do that. So right here at like 1060, it was like 1062. We had a quick pullback to this area. And I was too slow. S&DE, I just don't trust at all. I feel like something shady is going on with that one. Don't worry, Connor. I hesitate too. Everyone hesitates. I think it's one thing that if you know, as long as you practice, you get quicker and quicker at. Also, it helps to have a good platform. TOS is sometimes not the best platform in responsiveness, but you know, for a free platform, I don't think we can complain at all. So that's pretty sweet. OBLG breaking 420 here, maybe. Boom, there it is, 423, 424. Big sellers on 425, huge sellers. Can they get chipped away? Oof, oof, oof. I knew you'd like that, Satoshi. Appreciate it. OBLG 425. Boom, there's the crack. Oh, man. So this one, you know, this was our second lead gap on the day pre-market, 4 million float. I love kind of staying focused on just a few tickers. You know, we've already been trading a lot of tickers today, and I wanted to finally get in the trade I wanted with OBLG, or else I would have probably got FOMO'd into a future trade that wasn't as nice with it. So that's why I was really, really focused on this one and not jumping around too much. Although I know there's a lot of nice movers out there. I'm not ignoring any of you guys calling out tickers in the chat room. I think it's great. Keep calling it out. I just need to, you know, sometimes stay focused on one ticker at a time. Man, OBLG, this could just be the beginning of a bigger move. I mean, it's tough to say because this is one of the few stocks that I feel like has the big potential. I'm not really sure why SNDE is up so much. MXC, yeah, 1 million float. I mean, this one has big potential as well. So that one is definitely worth considering. All these other ones are former runners, so I'm a little bit nervous with those. In terms of very recent former runners, they're also not up that much. So OBLG is really, in my mind, it's on place number 3, but it does have lighter volume, does have lighter dollar volume today, which I find a little bit surprising. Yeah, maybe, but I like to get in and out Satoshi, but yeah, I'll keep playing around with it for sure. And that paid my bills today. Nice. Congrats, Jeff. That's what I like to hear. I would probably trade OBLG again. I just feel like it's a little top heavy. Something about it feels a little bit off. So I probably won't be touching it until maybe we see a bigger dip, maybe below VWAP even, maybe around $4. I don't know. Maybe it's not even going to go there. It looks like it's trying to go towards 4.6. That's the next zone it needs to reach. Here goes 455. 455 again. And 4.6, there we have it. So, okay, I was wrong. I guess it looks like it did break to 4.6. My pullback entry ideal would have never worked. So, sweet. Good to see the power in this one a little bit. But still feeling a little top heavy. It kind of feels like I'm driving a bigger vehicle right now with OBLG. It's like, it's a little sluggish in my mind. Good call, Satoshi. Definitely broke high of days. That's a really, really good thing to point out. I'm going to put an alert here with MXC. I'm trying to watch it, but it's hard to watch too many things. So I'm just going to put an alert here and then see put an alert if it breaks lower. I'm not totally sure how I'd want to trade this one yet. So maybe we can analyze it a little bit more later. OBLG is really, really picking up speed here. It's looking pretty good. SNDE selling off. Looks like it's on the backside of a move. I'd be a little bit careful with this one. Could find some big support around 3.5 again, though. I would like to see a 5-minute bull flag setup with OBLG. That's what I would really like to see. Yep, Satoshi, I was feeling the same way. Woo, Corey. Boom. Now that is a straight sweet one. You held through something I don't know if I could have held through. So congrats, man. Nice work on that one. No, for me, I think I'm gonna have to wait for the 5 minute to give a little bit better setup here. We have the pre-market high on OBLG at 547. Keep an eye out for that. We also have this key 4.7 zone that I'm not sure if we're gonna break yet. We're gonna give it a little bit more time. I wouldn't be surprised if it did maybe a bit of a healthy pullback to around 4.2, 4.3. I don't know. It's tough to say. Something in that area. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a 5 minute setup, and that would really be closer to 425 or so. So that's what I'm waiting for. Or it's just going to break right here above 4.7, go to 5, maybe do a quick pullback to 4.7, and maybe have a continuation. I don't know. It's going to be fun to watch though. Yeah, Corey, nice way to do that one. Yeah, you held through the flag break on VWAP. That's what I was talking about. I was like, woo, that would have freaking made me poop my pants. MXC is breaking that $11 zone. This one could be back in play. SND pulling back. So whippy. Yeah, it was really whippy. $10.17 here. These pullbacks on S&D are pretty strong. I mean, we've had 12%, and so yeah, I usually always set limit orders when I buy. I don't always put it as a plain limit order in terms of, I mean, I don't always wait for my order to get filled. So I oftentimes just slap the ask with my bid right away. So like if I wanted to enter right now at 69, or if I wanted to enter SNDE, I wouldn't always just place it, let's say at 62. If I see sellers there and they're getting chipped away, I'm going to buy into those sellers. So that's basically a market order with a set stop that I'm not going to spend more than 69 cents, 369 for my order. But if the price goes down, I actually will sometimes get a better fill than 369. So limit orders, a good way to think about it is like it's a market order with a stop, like a ceiling. But I don't really like market orders because you just don't really know what price you're gonna get. That's kind of my gist. OBLG possibly gonna break down a little bit further. Let's go back to MXC. This one has been quite interesting. $10.20 here, gaining some momentum. I should have been looking this earlier because this was a perfect break of 11. Sell volume is fading, making me a little bit nervous. OBLG pulling back here a bit. Got an entry on OBLG. At 409. Possible second entry at 407. So right now you could buy the 410. You could slap the ask. Basically just going right here. Let's see, pulling back 407, just got an entry on 407, pulled back to 404. Got to be careful here. This thing could keep selling off. Got to be really, really careful. Still selling off. Bigger buyers at 402, so I'm going to buy one more time here. Pulled back from the highs, about 13.5%. Pretty big pullback overall. Sell volume has been fading a little bit. Still, sellers are very strong on this one, making me very nervous. Sell volume has been fading. Let's give it a little bit longer here. Could see a reversal now back to VWAP. I'm going to close this one. I lost some of my confidence in it. I don't know, did I lose money on it? I don't know. Basically break even scratch trade. I think it might pull back one more time here, so I'm being a little bit more cautious. I could be wrong. Maybe I sold right away too early. Yeah, this is actually where I wanted to take my profits. So I was looking for a small move. Yeah, looks like I sold right a little bit too early. Yesterday, and I see this all the time, is you'll have one little small, I always say this, if the buying volume is light, oftentimes the reversal is not locked in, and then if the bounce is weak, and we had a weak bounce, so then sometimes you see a flash pullback or a flush again. So I was trying to basically manage my risk, because trading is all about managing risk. So yeah, I left some good profits on the table there. 615, looking good. So, you know, we had the right idea, right call. My first entry was too early. My second entry was good. My third entry was good. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's just watch this one a little bit longer. The whole move itself was only like 3%, so it was nothing really too interesting. Yeah, MXC is on fire. Woo! OBLG pulled back, so good thing we sold this one. You never know when it was going to sell back, but it did. So far, so happy. Nice move on MXC. Really, really sweet stuff. Good looks, guys. $10.26 now. Could be a 9-minute EMA bounce. Sell volume is lighter, so that's looking good. We have that high of 14. 14 is that really all-time high area, 1450 actually. New minute's gonna start pretty soon here. OBLG gonna crack 4? I don't know. I thought it was gonna crack 4. It's pretty shady. I'm watching it closely. This whole bounce though is only 3%, so that's a really weak bounce. Maybe, I mean, there's good volume on the buy candles, so that's what I like to see. Here we go, OBLG breaking possibly back above VWAP 420. Boom! There's okay. So you know we had the right setup, we had the right everything. Just you know our timing was a little bit off. And what I mean by our timing was off, my original thesis of the bounce was officially off. And when my original thesis is off, then I like to close my position because. At that point, I'm just kind of hoping. I'm no longer following my thesis because I already broke that rule by holding a position longer than I should. Yeah, good bounce. Yep, that's true. Just start, you know, Alfred, just start watching and just start watching the streams, and I think you'll eventually get an understanding of what to look for. And then we have a scanner. We have a scanner video if you want to check it out. It's in the video description below. MXC pulling back here. It looks like it's on a potential backside of a move, so just be a little bit careful with that. This one really likes pulling back like a freaking hurricane. First pullback was about 10%. If we get another 10% pullback, we'll be roughly at 1170. But right now, big support here at 12, so it looks like it's going to be a healthy bounce off of 12 so far. Yeah, it's still struggling. Bounce is weak. Woo, 5K. That's how you clean it up, Corey. That is beautiful profits. Okay, calm down, said the 5K. Sorry about that. A little bit of a mix up. Calm down. You were up 5K. Oh my God, you're just going crazy over there. And then you were down 100. Oh, yo, yo. OBLG pulling back here, guys. Keep an eye on it. Yeah, you close the computer, slowly walk away. Probably put the computer in a safe so you don't open it again. Yeah, Corey, you and me both. We're basically up the same amount, and I'm thinking also like, let's see, it's 10:30. I'm going to keep trading for a little bit longer, as long as we see this activity, but probably around 11, I might start wrapping up here. Hey, that's nice, Suzi. Happy to hear. OBLG could be setting up a 5-minute candle here. So keep an eye out for that 5-minute bull flag. You can see it here in the bottom, decent support coming in. I feel like I've missed so many trades on MXC. A really nice move on this one overall though. Wow, MXC might even get halted here if this continues like that. Had that really nice dip off of 12. I was expecting a bigger pullback, but we didn't get it. I would have loved to trade MXC somewhere in this area, but I was not watching it at the time, and then I really missed this big move here. That's really the one I wanted. I feel like at this point, I might be playing with fire. I'm very susceptible to FOMO. Simply, cons on a margin account, you need $25,000 basically. Pro, everything else. And you need a margin account if you want to short. That's a requirement. OBLG, watching it closely here, guys. $100 share breakout trade on OBLG. Didn't get a full fill on this one. Probably for the better. Gave it a second breakout attempt here. There, I have $400 on this one. I'm just going to close it out for a flat break even on that. I wanted the break of 4 and I would have took profits very quickly. So I just said, you know what, whatever, I'm going to take profit. I'm going to break even on it. Yeah, Soto has had a nice, a really nice rally. I'm pretty happy about that one. If you guys have not watched the Soto video, definitely consider checking it out. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, Eugene. MXC is a little scary to trade somehow. I feel like the one time I FOMO into MXC, I'm going to trip over myself. So I honestly might not even trade it. The moves I wanted, I missed. It is what it is. OBLG looks like, you know, it's gonna keep trying, but it's up a lot in the last few days. That makes me pretty cautious with OBLG. I'm not always the biggest fan of a stock with a multi-day run history right behind it, because you don't know if you're buying at the all-time high. So I like those first green days. This is the first green day with big volume, but it's not a, well, okay, it's a pretty significant amount. Yeah, we'll see how this one holds up. I'm not really convinced how it's kind of playing around here in this area at the moment. I would really like to see this one start breaking higher again. Right now at 422, it's having some issues. Corey, we've all been there. At least it worked out. I like that little double bottom it had here, pulled higher on this one, and then boom, little rocket to the upside. The way S&DE has been moving has been really, really nice. Yeah, I can see an offering too on it for sure. Oh yeah, what's AMD up to? Happy to hear though. Well, 1AP Pro, I think you're about to get FOMO because it's cracking over 4 again. But I probably wouldn't buy because that volume on it is really light as it starts breaking higher. I don't know. It could keep going, but that's my thesis. I'm a little bit worried about what I'm seeing here. Also, it's 1039, lighter volume. Don't really see a reason to trade OBLG anymore. I'm way more interested in MXC. MXC trying to break that 14.5 zone. This could be a bit of a bull flag here. Could we see that break? There we go, 4.6. Gotta say, this is looking pretty good. I know for a swing, interesting. The daily on AMD, I gotta check it out. Calm down. Are you kidding me? You trade on the iPhone app? Oh my god, that's impressive. I could not do that. Yeah, it's true, Steven. We've had some really, really nice momentum plays today. Big question, is MXC going to break over this 14.6? This is huge, huge resistance, all-time high areas for MXC. I think it has it in it, but I would probably prefer seeing a pullback first. Some sort of healthy consolidation before this big move higher. That's making me a little bit nervous with MXC, I'm not going to lie. And that's why I'm not going to be trading this breakout. I feel like it'd be a little hard to manage the risk in this area. And if it does flush, we've seen some pretty mean flushes on it, so I don't really think I would want to jump on that. Real-time data in ThinkorSwim settings, not sure about that. I'm pretty sure this is real-time data. Do I trade Tesla? I'm not long Tesla at the moment, or short. We've all been there, 1AP Pro. I think April to May was a total break even, like 2-month period. I mean, I made a little bit of money, but it was just like, I think I was up $400 in 2 months. It was the most stressful. Sometimes you just get into a slump. Poking the bear. We had such nice swing trades on SPCE, and then my last trade, I loaded up right here, and then, or no, I loaded up, I think, oh, what was that? It was here. I loaded up right here on the break of 16, and then I closed for a stop right here at like 1550. I traded it too much like a day trade, when reality it was a swing trade, and yeah, that would have been a phenomenal trade. Yeah, SPCE is a really, really sweet ticker. Let's check out AAL for a second here. This is also another one on our list. Have you guys hit the like button yet today? Good time to ask yourself while we're waiting for a setup. Also, if you're totally new, consider subscribing. I would love to have you join the community. We welcome everyone here with arms wide open sometimes. And yeah, we come out with a recap video later today. So if you're interested, definitely consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the comments and in the live chat. The like button just rallied. Appreciate it, guys. I think one thing for sure is that right around here, about 10.5, 10.2, we have tremendous support on AAL. We also have kind of a little bit higher around 10.8. So I've been averaging in this area with a position in my Roth account. So let's see what we're going to get out of this one. I'm looking for a break here back above 12.2, back above the 9-minute EMA, and then hopefully back to some former resistance here at 17. So we'll see what we get. Appreciate it. Calm down. Someone's having a good day again, man. Always a big support on the channel, man. I really appreciate it. Wow, Justin, that is super, super sweet. Congrats, man. Yeah, I think we're entering earnings season here in a little bit. Like button is above VWAP. What? That's a good one. I've never heard that before. Keeping a close eye on MXC. MXC definitely looks like it's going to pull back here. Very, very top heavy. Benji, Heineken, appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support. It is always good fun trading with you guys. I really enjoyed it as well. Honestly, being short MXC right here in this area might not be the worst setup. It's very top heavy. I've been kind of waiting for this thing to pull back this whole time. I would just take my profits fairly quickly, probably as a short, because with a float under 1 million, you know, it's already up 270% today. I just feel like it was top heavy because it tried to break here on MXC, tried to break out once, twice, 3 times, and then you could almost say 4 times, but definitely 3 attempts to break higher here. Each attempt was dropping in buying volume. So the buying volume was getting less and less. This is a big indicator that I don't really want to be trading this area. Not to mention, MXC is at this huge multi-month support and resistance zone. We had a former high here in 14.5. So I'm probably not going to enter a stock as it's very, very shaky in this area. Now, if we do break 4.6, I think this thing can absolutely rip, and that would be a really, really good time to maybe enter as a long. But overall, I'd probably rather wait for a 5-minute setup, something a little bit cleaner. That's what I'm going to be doing. But again, I could be totally wrong. But that's how I'm going to manage my risk and just basically avoid this current setup for a possible move up higher. So yeah, let's see if it pulls back. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but you never know. we're not trying to predict anything here. I think oftentimes as a day trader, people think that you're predicting what's going to happen. Honestly, I could care less what happens. I just know where I want to take profits and where I want to cut losses. And based on statistics, I know that certain moves have a higher probability. Look at this, MXC. I mean, there we go. Look at that vicious flush to the downside. That's what you want to watch out for, that stuff. Ooh. Could even get halted at that kind of setup. That's 11% dip. This might honestly get halted. Is there any news about this one? Oh my lord. No, it doesn't look like any news came out. I think, is this a fake halt? Are we experiencing a fake halt right now? Nope, this is a real halt. MXC was just halted. There we go. I would say nothing really too obvious there. Nice escape, David. Appreciate it, Joe. The more he likes you drop, the better he gets. Oh God, that's a lot of pressure. Jay, don't, because they should have been listening. The obvious signs were right in front of them. Although I actually feel bad as well. I feel bad all the time for like I'll take some money out of the market and I'll be like, oh, somebody just bought that. Get out of your mom's basement. Woo, shots being fired in here. This is a funny chat. I gotta really try to catch up sometimes on this chat. Let's see here. So halts happen when a circuit breaker on basically the Nasdaq has certain circuit breakers, and overall the whole market does. I think MXC is Nasdaq. I'm not actually totally sure. Anyway, the New York Stock Exchange does as well. And basically, if a stock moves over 10% in the last 5 minutes, it will get halted for 5 minutes. That's like the rough. Now there's like a lot of caveats, and I don't know them all. But like 90% of the time, that's the rule of thumb. Sometimes there's a 10-minute hold. I'm not really sure why there's 5 minutes and what makes a 10-minute hold. I'm still trying to see if I can dig into that a bit more. Maybe some of you guys know. So MXC is actually Amex. Interesting. I was wondering why it wasn't showing up. Amex is the American Stock Exchange. That's the same thing as the New York Stock Exchange, right? I think that is the same thing. It changed its name. Why is it? Yeah. Okay. So MXC is traded on the Nasdaq, which is formerly known as AMEX. I was so confused for a second. I was like, is there something that I don't know about here? Is there a third exchange that I forgot about? So I just looked it up. AMEX is the old name for New York Stock Exchange. It's weird that Finviz says AMEX instead of New York Stock Exchange, because usually they say New York Stock Exchange. So I feel like maybe there's something I don't know about. Wow, MXC pulls back again. Now, there is no news on MXC. There's no reason this should not bounce here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we had a really, really nice bounce. I might actually try to trade this with small size. Just got to be careful. I mean, stocks get halted and they might continue pulling back. You just don't know how much they're going to pull back. This $11 zone could be good potential. I don't see any news out. I might just trade a really small size. So MXC, guys, this is looking good. So this is the bounce that I was kind of hoping for at 11:45. Don't sleep on OBLG. Yeah, that's actually a really valid point. Let me pull this one up again. OBLG. Yeah, so I should have went in with small size right here at 11.4, but I kind of just, I don't know. Didn't really feel super comfortable with this one. Yeah, so OBLG had picked up some good support right around 4 and then rallied back up. Kind of a sweet one. Miss. Yeah, Galaxy, every trade is totally, I always say that in the beginning of every stream. I mean, $1 million, YouTube is probably not the place for advice, but I don't really know what to say for that. Always manage your risk, guys. That's the first rule of all trading. And I say that in the beginning of every video. MVIS as a swing. Yeah, we could look into this one. YouTube is probably the place for advice, but if you're looking to invest $1 million, then maybe the first YouTube video that says what they're trading and you don't know why they're trading, what they're trading. I mean, my average size, I'm not holding for more than 2-3 minutes a ticker. So the fact that we're looking at the same stuff is pretty much impossible in terms of following me is going to be very difficult. Yeah, I'm sorry, Galaxy. Please, there's no spamming here. All right. That is taken care of. Well, I guess we found our hater. So, I mean, Satoshi, you're definitely right. YouTube is like the best place to get some advice, but that is just where it starts. Wow, NVIS, absolutely insane. So I actually traded NVIS this morning when it had this big dip to the support zone. Shoulda, coulda, would have held, huh? This went up 30% from roughly my entry. I had really small size on it. I like the fact that it found support here. I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a lot of volume and it's potentially on the backside of a move now after this big run up from 15 cents. This is a tremendous move. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to be trading MVIS. We hit some big resistance here. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe it consolidated here a little bit, but I would not be buying at the highs here at 2.3. I would maybe look for a second trade at 1.9 or maybe even below that. The fact that it had low sell volume here is actually quite a bullish sign. The low sell volume basically means that even though it's pulling back a lot, not a lot of people are selling, which means either there's people kind of accumulating slowly or people believe that this is going to continue running up. Now I would have tight stops on this thing. I wouldn't hold probably if it broke past 1.5. That's really bearish. But for now, it's holding its highs. Big support at 1.9 for sure. So pretty sweet stuff there. OBLG trying to break back higher here. 425 hitting above VWAP. Well, calm down. That's funny, but in your investors, financial advisors' defense, it was a very volatile stock, so probably part of a non-volatile portfolio. He was probably correct, but yeah, I mean, if you want growth stocks, then Tesla is 100% part of your growth portfolio. But if you're like 80 years old and you want a dividend portfolio that's fairly safe, then Tesla would not be part of your portfolio. So who knows what he was thinking, and it's just, that's also why I can never answer for you guys if you should hold a stock or not. I have no idea. Are you day trading? Are you swing trading? Are you in the middle of a breakout? Are you buying support? I have no idea what you're doing. So you can never really ask somebody what they would do at this point in time, and then or like what you should do. It's a tough thing to answer, unless like we sat down together, we reviewed the trade one-on-one, we kind of made possible outcomes. I don't know, that's like a whole different kind of discussion. V2 Dio, happy to hear, man. Thanks for the feedback. Oh yeah, TLSA instead of TSLA. I was also confused. The first day was on our list. Maybe I was frozen here. 1 second. Yeah, it looks like there is some buffering issues going on here. Apologize that. Looks like my internet went down for a split second. OBLG. Woo! Big old dip there. Oh my lord. This is why I like to wrap up by 11 o'clock. Absolutely insane. Yeah, maybe John, but for now I'd rather grow my own accounts. I feel that's a little bit more exciting and generally what I enjoy to do. So MXC, I mean, buying this dip here on this second pullback would have been the ticket. Nice 13% bounce. I probably could have got a little bit more aggressive on this one. It looks like I really missed MXC today, which is annoying because I made it my lead gapper on the day. I was really focused on OBLG, which is not a bad thing because we made some good money off of that one. OBLG is selling off really hard right now. I wonder why. I don't see any sort of news on it. So I'm actually curious what you guys are looking at with BOXL. I have not checked it out in a few days. I remember this one. This one has been probably part of our lead gapper list for, I don't know, a dozen or if so times. It's kind of ridiculous how many times this one pops up on our lead gapper. And it's like constant too. It's like every few months this one's back on it. Nice little trade there. Found some decent support at 2.6. I wonder how this one was doing pre-market. Let's quickly look at that. So pre-market, we actually had some big support here coming at 2.6. So then yeah, really nice support actually. Nice move into the open, finding some resistance there. MXC has had a really big move so far as well. Right around 8, we have kind of big support. I'm gonna place a limit order here for the afternoon. We could review it in the stream recap video today. I'm actually gonna move that to 688. A little bit nervous that MXC could see some sort of halt. All right, J-Man, take care, man. Yeah, it was a good day today. It was definitely an enjoyable day. And, you know, we wrapped it up around 11 and that was the perfect time to wrap it up. You know, after that, it got a little bit shaky. So, you know, that's really why around 10:30, I really want to be done with trading. Actually, you know, let's quickly go here to kind of finalize a few things. And actually, let me just pull up BOXL. I know you guys were calling it out again. It's had quite a vicious little run up here. And yeah, like I said, 2.6, beautiful support. I probably won't be trading it. Not a lot of sell volume though. But you know, it could continue here. This could just be a healthy pullback. Right now we need to break back above the 9-minute EMA. I could really see this one pulling back to 79 or so. That's probably a place I would look for a potential entry. So BOXL, how do we want to trade this one? We could talk about it briefly in the recap video as well. All right, so let's see what we're going to end the day on if we wrap up trading right now, because I'm pretty much done with trading, more or less. So let's go back to our monitor tab. Here you can see all the trades that we did today. These are our filled orders. I'm not really sure how many trades we did today. We did 13 trades today, so a nice little number there. And yeah, we did a little bit of pre-market trading. Pre-market, we were actually quite busy. We made like half of our profits today pre-market. And yeah, our last trade was at 10:35 on OBLG. So that's always a time I really, really like wrapping up. So overall today we made, we walked away with $496. We almost broke the 500. We probably were above 500 a few times today. I don't know if I'm going to do any more trading today. I really, really like the fact that, you know, we're ending on a high note. There's no need to give back really any profits. And, you know, I would really be rushing it right now. I don't really see any moves I'm super convinced about. So I'd probably rather just wrap it up here. Overall, you know, I really, really like what we're seeing. So I think tomorrow has the potential to be another hot day. I'll start watching the market at 7. I'll come out with a watch list at 8:30 roughly. And then, you know, at 9:15, we start the stream. And then we review the watch list. Then we trade the market open. So if you guys are totally new here, consider subscribing. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to drop a like. I really, really appreciate all the likes, guys. You guys have been absolutely insane lately. The community is just growing every day. It's really good and fun to see it grow and kind of learn with you guys. Have I been trading for 22 years or no, I have not. I'm 27. All right, guys, take care, Corey. Take care, everyone else. Paul, John. Welcome, Edward. Happy to have you, man. I'll see you guys in the recap video, and I will see you guys first thing tomorrow morning to trade the market again on a Thursday. Ooh, I can't believe it's already Thursday. This week is flying by. What a fun week so far. All right, guys, take care. Chill. Have some lunch. I'm ready to feast a little bit. Need my downtime. What a fun day. Now I have to try to stop the stream again with my laggy internet right now. Let's see if I can click the right button.